Everybody, it's me again. I wanted to comment on the videos that I recently uploaded about everyone having the right to travel, and there being a very distinct difference between driving and traveling. Mainly, it was there's so many things wrong with being pulled over, even without plates, without insurance, and all that stuff. I would like to explain it for a lot of people who don't understand it. So basically, driving is a term used for commercial activity taking place, on the highways in traffic, and define traffic. I'm not going to go through every definition, but just take my word for it, or look it up for yourself. Uh, you know, like actually define these words, and you'll understand the point that I'm trying to make. Um, Yesterday, when I got pulled over, no plates on my car, no license, no insurance, no inspection, no registration, blah blah blah. He even gave me a tinted window, or a window tint ticket. But he didn't tow my car. So he knows that what I'm saying is legitimate, but he wants to feign ignorance, and he's still going to try to make money for the court system. I showed him a document that I have. Actually, I have it right here. I'll show you as well. It just shows how the last time I went to court, all the charges, similar to the ones that I just ran off, were all dropped. There's actually the charges were worse last time. I had obstruction, and I also had resisting arrest, and aggravated unlicensed operation, and a whole mess of things. But okay, so he pulled me over, and there was already multiple issues with him pulling me over in the first place. Yeah, obviously he pulled me over like any cop would, because he saw that I had no plates, and he thought I was a average ignorant American citizen, which I'm not. Um, he made a judicial decision that I was driving, which is a decision only a judge can make. Obviously, if you look at the terminology, driving and traveling are very different things. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see it, but here, let me see here. All of these charges were dismissed, dismissed, dismissed. Let's see. Here you go. Dismissed. All of them. You see them? All dismissed. Okay? So it's not something that I'm making up. I hope you guys can see that. It's not something I'm making up. Okay, let's go to bed. No, I'm in the middle of a video. You're ruining it. Go to bed. Sorry, that was my niece, 7-year-old. Um, it's like 9:30 at night, so she needs to be sleeping. Um, okay, so here, this is what I've done this time. I mean, I've beaten court several times before, and I intend on beating it as many times as I have to. But it's terribly inconvenient to me and to anybody else for simply exercising a right that was, the Constitution didn't grant us these rights. These are unalienable rights, which has been bestowed to us by God. And this is my outline, or my blueprints, to beat the upcoming court, which I have until August 10th. Now, the main thing is you do not plea. You do not enter a plea. Guilty or not guilty, it doesn't matter. As soon as you do that, you've created a controversy, and now you're liable to settle the debt. The rabbit hole is so deep. But here, just try to listen and understand. This is the basic outline. Each one of these categories is, it's several times deeper than, this is just scratching the surface of each one. but I'm going to show you how many problems there are with these policy enforcers, these police policy enforcers, running around like they're judge, jury, and executioner. They can do whatever they want. They literally can go out and they have a license to kill. They have a license to steal your property. They can literally do whatever they want and get away with it, no problem. Okay, and it happens every day. This is the world you and me live in. America, America the free. Don't make me laugh. Okay, here we go. And this is like handwritten. I handwrite all of my motions when I enter them to court. I mean, I'll type them out so they're at least in the proper format and neat and all that. But I do handwrite all of my motions, and I think I'm gonna make another video after this showing that my previous motions, how I went about it, how I got my tickets dismissed. I think people need to know this stuff. All right, so let me go through the real quick. Let me go through this. I'll just start it. This is what I wrote. This is how I will dismiss my new traffic tickets. Okay, because I've been through this before and I keep all my papers together. Kids. Okay. And for the hell of it, I'm gonna put up a video of my son on my YouTube channel because it doesn't all have to be business. Anyways, this is important. I think it's, I mean, it's as important as it gets. Spreading awareness about this, and raising the awareness of the average person. I was talking to the people at work. I just got a job at Walmart, and I hate the whole idea of working at Walmart, but it's neither here nor there. Let me get to this before I put it off any further. Okay. The number one is, as I said, the cop made a judicial decision that I was driving, and I wasn't. I was traveling. So the next thing is to define driving and to define traveling. This is for the judge to see. The next thing is what's my case, right? How am I countersuing, or what's my defense? Now, since I'm not actually there, I don't need to defend myself because the charges aren't against me. They're against my straw man. And I know all the sneaky court tricks. I know the whole game they play, trying to switch. It's all about bonds, and I'll explain that in another video. The next one is one of my main defenses is the main thing that I will be literally suing the state for, is the arresting officer. And I mean, we're talking perjury, conspiracy. If he arrested me, it would have been kidnapping. It would have been theft. And the main one, and this covers a vast portion of all the things that they do, and it's called deprivation of rights under color of law. Okay, and I won't even get into that right now. Maybe in a later video. Another thing, converting a right into a crime. Crime or violation by writing me citations and tickets for simply exercising my right to travel. That in itself is a crime. The guy was very aggressive. He almost broke my driver's side window, banging on it. He was yelling, screaming, very belligerent, very violent, like just very aggressive. I wouldn't say violent, but he had, I sensed the violence in the air. This guy would not have hesitated to tase me and, shove my face into the blacktop. This is the kind of these are the kind of cops we have in this country. So anyway, he wasn't acting as a peace officer, but rather a policy enforcer. The court has no jurisdiction. They are acting under admiralty jurisdiction, and they claim that they're acting under a statutory jurisdiction, which is, the laws of the state of New York, which, just doesn't exist. There's no such thing. There's no published rules for, you know, scratch that. But what I said is true. I just get flustered when I have so much running through my head at one time. So, okay, the next thing would be the state cannot be a party to its own case. It's a conflict of interest. Absolutely under no circumstances will I enter a plea. Now, the reason the state can't be party to its own case, now, the police officer is a member of the state. So is the judge. It's a state court. It's basically the state handing out tickets, but at the same time, the state is the judge. The state is the prosecutor. The state is the lawyers. The state is the bar system. Everything is in the state. So if you don't see a conflict of interest there, look a little harder. It's absolutely fraud. Okay, they have committed fraud against all laws. Next, I wrote, the straw man thing. I am not my name in all capital letters. I am my common law name of my common law family name. So, they try to get you with that. Look into it to learn more about it. Um, another very important thing is to not just show up, not to just appear, because as the word appear is defined in Black's Law Dictionary, it is submission to their jurisdiction. So what you have to do is you have to just simple, you can write your own, you have to make a special appearance, and all you have to do is notify the court that you are there under a special appearance, not submitting to the court's pretend jurisdiction, because there's no such thing as a statutory jurisdiction, and the courts don't even know the terminology for it. They're gonna say, what jurisdiction are you acting under? Oh, I'm acting under the laws of the state of New York, and blah blah blah. Bullshit. Promise, it's bullshit. Enter a motions hearing. If the judge refuses to hear you, or if he threatens you with contempt, they can do these things. Even though you're right, they can play games with you, and that's why it's called court, because it's a game. You play it in court. It's all a game. So yeah, you got to enter a motions hearing, so he has no choice but to hear what you have to say and enter it all in writing. They'll try to hit you with time limits and all this other shit, but it's okay. The last thing I wrote was I guess I wasn't finished yet. So, but that's a good portion of it. I think I'm gonna start doing educational videos on this. I'm going to court early in August. I'm going to have that documented. I wasn't lucky enough to have my last case documented, but I did beat it. As you saw, I hope you were able to see all the charges were dismissed. And if you weren't able to see them, the least I can do is read them off to you. Obstruction of government administration, dismissed. Resisting arrest, dismissed. Aggravated unlicensed operation, dismissed. No inspection certificate, dismissed. Operating vehicle with no insurance, dismissed. Number plate violation, dismissed. And registration violation, dismissed. Okay. Now, with the last case, you might have noticed, why did I receive this paper in the first place in the mail? I'm not trying to fool you guys. I agreed to pay a $93 surcharge, which I haven't paid yet. And honestly, what I could do now is I can appeal it, and just, they want to play games with me, I can play games right back. I'm getting really good at this shit. So, they want $93. It's a surcharge, because if you don't pay something, then they have to pay. They have to settle the debt, or I don't remember the proper terminology, but as I said, I'm gonna end the video now. But yeah, this is the beginning of hopefully a stream of very helpful and very educational videos that can like, this obviously won't help somebody beat a case, but there are videos out there that will help you. Um, I don't know if I can even refer to those videos because I don't, copyright, whatever. But I'm going to do my own videos, and I promise they're going to be better. They're going to be more straightforward. They're going to be more easy. They're going to be, as easy to understand as I can make them. I'm going to put it in layman's terms, and I'll also give you the proper terminology to use. My head's like an encyclopedia when it comes to this shit now. Like I said, I get flustered because it's so much. Alright, but I'm done for now. I'm about at my time limit anyway, so that's all for now. Please like my videos. Please subscribe. I'm just starting to get into this, but I'm not making money or anything. Maybe eventually. I've been told I've helped a lot of people. I've helped my brother. I've helped family, just people that I'm close with. I've helped them beat tickets too. So it's easy, it's possible, it's not fake. They're the ones committing fraud. They're the ones getting away with this. So when someone says to you, you think you're getting away with something or you found a loophole, it's them who found the loophole. All right? Okay, take it easy, guys.